Gonna try 300 knots instead. Because it's a little bit struggling.
EIDW 753 Shannon control V, copy.
Just to relieve the working engine a little bit. Let's see how that works out. Yeah, once you get this kind of problem, then you need to kind of think a little bit outside the box a little bit and adapt to the situation. This is not really helping actually. Reducing the speed is still max continuous.
EIDW 753.
Okay, I'll go back.
EIDW 7532 is clear Dublin, Tisnall 1 November, departure runway 35. And it's your altitude 5,000 feet, walk 6644.
So obviously in the SUP, 25,000 feet over the Atlantic, likely to be going through cloud and all sorts of stuff.
Good afternoon, redirect to Resno.
Redirect Resno, American 131.
American 131, can you confirm your requested cruise level, please?
No, major one, no. Not for the moment. Touch wood. Jürgen 340, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on board. Having this kind of scenario, like what's happening at the moment, and having to shut down an engine and flying for more than 1 hour on one engine over the Atlantic, that wouldn't be great, I have to say. It's feasible, but it wouldn't be great. So touch wood, nothing like that happens. But I'm curious that we have to fly at like 300 knots during the tops diversion, because basically the engine is full power. I'd never really realized that before. If we go to engine out speed, it's gonna give us earlier on it was 250 knots. Yeah. Then the engines like take it easy. But flying 300 knots is a lot. Let's see that manual. We're going back to Shannon. Well, going back. We left. We departed from Dublin. We're going back to Shannon. So back to Ireland. This is Aer Lingus, so it makes more sense to go back to Ireland rather than to go to Keflavik. The distance is and the flying time is not that different. It was about maybe 10-15 minutes time difference. So because it's Aer Lingus, it makes more sense to go back to Shannon. So Shannon is still good, 350 at 7 knots, few clouds, it's a beautiful day. No issues there with the weather. Yeah, Narita is, I mean, it's outside in the countryside, it's not as nice as Haneda, yeah. But In Haneda, it's fairly convenient to go into like Tokyo, downtown Tokyo, whereas Narita, you're kind of staying close to the airport usually. So, yeah, Haneda is better for the airport, the flying experience, and then to go into Tokyo City itself. But the layovers are usually not very long, so you can't party too much. Tops, tops. Yeah, in Haneda there's quite a lot of interesting approaches. I can't remember exactly what they are, but no, it's a couple of interesting approaches. Let me double check my notes. I've got. I did a flight a few months back on
American 131,
on the
Shannon,
network.
back message.
There's a video of it on the YouTube channel. Haneda. So Haneda obviously is
you're back before Res, no, I'm happy enough.
the ILS 34 left. And there's also runway 23, runway 22 over the bay there. Is really nice. Can't believe we have to fly so fast. Yeah, LDA Zulu 23 approach. That rings a bell. Yeah, the LDA approaches. Yeah, with like flying over the bay there is beautiful. It's really nice. I think you've got also these, is it RNAV approach as well on runway 22 or runway 23? As I said, I did a flight before, and there's a video of it on the YouTube channel. That was a while back. If you have a look at the YouTube channel there, you'll probably find the link in the Twitch live streams. And there's an approach. I think it was on runway 22. It's a nighttime approach. It's really nice. I mean, of course I can't I don't have like a video of the real flights, but yeah. Alright, we're almost in Shannon. Not very far. Almost there. That's something we say often on these long flights. Are we there yet? Almost.
Baby 7532, report ready for departure.
We'll try this.
7532, report ready for departure.
There's no point zooming around the place. 2 engine, 1 engine, LMC. Okay.
Shannon, American 131.
American 131, thank you.
So let's see, we'll wait until we are in radar contact with Shannon, and then he'll give us probably an arrival. He mentioned runway 06 already. So I'll start having a look at runway 06 and see if there's a star as well. So for Shannon, the star possibly via Lupo. Unbeck, see Unbeck.
Baby 7532, surface winds 340 degrees, 10 knots, runway 352, or clear to take off.
Well, we'll go for Lupo. Or not, Umbeck maybe actually. It's more of a straight line compared to what we're doing now. I'll actually wait for the instructions. There's no point planning ahead too far. For the moment, we're just tracking for the airport. So we're still, well, we've got a little bit of margin. The engine is now running at full power, but it's not far from it. Obviously, we are on one engine. Okay. The fuel is good. The fuel is now balanced, there's no issues anymore. Sorry guys, I'm kind of lost track of the chat there. So 48 and 45. Yeah. Try to go full blast again. Sorry, obviously I wouldn't change back and forth all the time, but
departure, climb flight level 150.
so yeah, so this has been actually quite interesting. That's quite good. Digging 1981. I hope not. I hope it's not getting a black screen for you guys. For the moment, it's. I hope not. Let me double check what's coming out on my side. It seems to be good.
Speedbird 7 Tango, go ahead. Speedbird 7 Tango Golf Shannon, check to approaching horizontal time over 58, flight level 380. Shannon is offline, radar services are terminated, monitor income 122.8, have a good flight. Monitor Unicom 122.8, thank you much, good afternoon, Speedbird 7 Tango.
No, I think the stream is still good, huh?
Baby 7532, Dublin landing runway 28, information Tango is current, it'll be the
Any flying, thank you very much for the follow, welcome on board. Thank you very much. Lido vs versus Jepson. I used to work with Jefferson and now work with Lido, and I have to say I quite like Lido. It kind of needs a little bit to get used to it, but once you are used to it, it's quite good. Jefferson is nice as well, but yeah, I would tend to go for Lido now. I'm more like used to it, and I've kind of learned to like it.
Speedbird 2 Tango Shannon.
So I would say Lido, yeah. There was actually
Speedbird 2 Tango Shannon.
On Friday I released a video on Lido charts. If you want to have a look at it on the YouTube channel, as the latest video. Just a basic overview of all the charts. So like the ground charts, the departure charts, the arrival charts, the ILS charts. Just a quick review. It's fairly good. That's the link if you want to go on the YouTube channel and have a look. It's all there. So is the stream fine? Otherwise, everybody is getting a good visual. No black screen or no buffering or anything like that. Aircraft, the PPL, Tommy, I did the PPL on a Cessna 152. It was good fun, really good fun. Are you doing a PPL as well?
Shannon American 313.
That aircraft confirm American 131.
Affirmative American 131.
PPL is actually like
3, 4,
what I like to call real flying, because you know it's, these big aircraft is
American
more
131,
about
maintain flight level 34.
managing, you know, the operation. You're more like of an operator, but these Cessna 152 and Cessna 172, they are really like, it's real flying.
87532, descend pilot discretion 2 cross soaring, flight level 70.
Oh yeah, PA-28 is good. The Piper, Cherokee, or the Warrior as well. PA-28, yeah. Oh, how long from the PPL to a 777? Oof. 8 years, 9 years, something like that. So yeah, it's taking some time. But you've got a whole life to do it. It's not as if you need to do it, you know, overnight. So take your time, step by step. As I said, you have a whole lifetime ahead of you. So if it takes, like, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10 years to do it, you still have, if you start when you're 20, 22, 24, you still have, you know, until retirement age, at the age of 60, let's say, you still have plenty of time. Yeah, the 172 is cool. I've only flown actually a couple of times on the 172. I've mostly flew on the 152, then the PA-28. I think it was a Warrior. And what else? For the CPL, it was a Piper Arrow, obviously with the retractable gear and the variable prop. The Seneca is nice. The Seneca 2, I think it is. But that's obviously a that's a twin engine. But that's, you can do some real serious flying with the PA-28. Hold on guys, I'll come back in 2 seconds. I'm back. I hope Shannon has not tried to get in touch with me. Yeah, the airline I'm flying for is a little bit sensitive with like social media and stuff, so I'll just that's my standard answer, but I'll just leave it if you don't mind. The flight captain, status of the flight. There was a fuel leak, so the right engine was leaking fuel, so it had to be shut down. And obviously when you shut down the engine, you've got to go down, and then as you're flying on one engine, you've got to divert. So we're actually currently diverting to Shannon, which was a little bit further away than Keflavik, but Shannon is, this is Aer Lingus flight. Shannon, like being an island, is kind of makes more sense to go back to Ireland, where we can get the aircraft fixed and get the passengers like looked after and things like that. No problem, corner 12. So we're still some distance away. Knock is a little, well, I'm not really sure actually if Knock is closer, but Knock is a smallish airport. Weight wise, there's not an issue. We're now like below max landing weight. We can update this. We're gonna do a flap 20 landing. We'll go
Shamrock 137 Shannon.
stand by please, I'll call you back. Sorry, phone call. It was rubbish. So Shannon, Shamrock 137. Sorry, just phone call. Pass your message, please.
Shamrock 137, just entering radar range. Squawk 6665.
Squawk 6665. Shamrock 137. Uh, 6665. Nope. Here we are. 6665.
Shamrock 137, thank you. Identified flight level T50. Just for your information, winds at Shannon 350 degrees, 7 knots, recommend runway 06. Can you confirm your intentions for landing?
Yeah, understood. Runway 06, and yeah, request ILS approach runway 06, Shamrock 137.
Shamrock 137, that's no problem. From your current position, route direct to waypoint Elpom, Echo Lima Papa Oscar Mike.
From current position, direct to Elpom, confirm?
Shamrock 137, affirm.
Okay, from direct position, direct to Elpom, Shamrock 137, and yeah, just to reiterate, flying on one engine, and yeah, we're just requesting ILS approach runway 06 for normal landing, please.
Shamrock 137, that's all. Copy. Just keep me informed of your situation.
Thanks for accommodating me as well. I don't mean to play around. It's just Just what happened in the simulator, so thanks for accommodating.
Receiver 293 Shannon.
Cool, so we're going to Elpom,
Yeah, Shannon, speedbed 293, go ahead.
which is basically on the
Receiver
extended center line.
293 Shannon, check you approaching Dugout, climb over 11, flight level 360. Shanwick is currently offline, radar services are terminated, Murphy Unicorn 122.8. Have a good
ILS
flight.
06.
Yes,
And Elpom.
And Murphy Unicorn 122.8. Speedbed 293, goodbye. Everything age, feedback from both 1 now.
75. Yeah, 75 wouldn't be for this situation. And 77, well, 77 you can squawk 77 for an emergency. But the controller is happy to give like a normal code, so we just go with the normal code. So that's Elpom, and then the ILS. What have I done? Ah,
Lufthansa 534 Shannon.
Lufthansa 534.
so we're going to Elpom and then the
Lufthansa
ILS.
534 Shannon, check you approaching Dinham, climb over 13, flight level 360.
Yeah, 77 is really to attract the attention of the radar, because the radar return on the screen would go all red or whatever, will be really noticeable. But then the air traffic controller has the choice to give you a normal code. Once obviously they are aware of the situation, they can give you a normal code. It doesn't have to be a 7700. So
Speedbird 1, the squawk was 6674.
So Elpom is some sort of initial approach fix,
What's the 7
and then the ILS from Elpom, which is about 15 miles out, or maybe a little bit less. We go to Asgon, 3,000 feet, which is not on the plate here. Oh yeah, it is. 3,000 feet, 3 degrees, to runway 06, 9 miles. That's all correct. 1095 is the frequency. 1095 is correct. 058 is correct. Minimums. OCA is 222. Okay, well, just that's not helping. Was it 250 or whatever, or 400 even?
Shannon, good, and American 1.
The Irish AIP doesn't have a decision altitude, it's got OCA. So go.
Speedbird 1, identified flight level 500 clear, cruise
That's
flying.
300 feet.
Clear to block level 500, 600.
380, that's enough.
Obviously, it's not found on the 506. Thank you very much.
That will do.
Shannon, good
KNH was
afternoon, American 130. We're about
1016.
67 west-northwest of the Mallet intersection, platform
Go to break
370.
29
American
tons on
130, squawk 6655.
239.6. It's gonna be
American
fairly
130.
heavy. Hello, Natava 13.
Clear to descend flight level
Welcome to the
70
stream.
for waypoint Sarin.
So flap 20 landing 165. Down, yeah. So obviously
Davy 7532.
you would
Shannon
also
control.
calculate the landing performance on one engine. Obviously the as I just calculated, the approach speed is gonna be 165 knots, and we're gonna add 5 knots to that, so it's gonna be 170.
Davy 7532, your clearance was flight
So it's
level
gonna be
70
fairly
level
fast.
Sarin. Stop descent, altitude.
Shamrock. Shannon is a fairly long runway.
1014, turn right heading at 100.
Just double check, it's about 3,000 meters at least. Let's have a look.
Shamrock 27 Romeo, confirm right proceed.
Yeah, 3,200 meters, so I'll go auto brake 4 since it's quite heavy. I don't want to run,
2130, identified route direct Italy.
but I might disconnect the autopilot, the auto brake earlier if the
Shamrock 27 Romeo, descent flight
performance
level
is
100.
good. Right, the top of descent is approaching 80 miles away. That's good.
Shamrock 27 Romeo, report to indicate airspace.
So before the top of descent, I'll finish the fuel imbalance checklist because I don't want to have to do this
Shamrock 26 Mike,
later on.
Shamrock 26 Mike, just joined you. Shamrock 26 Mike, thank you. Speed 290 knots, descend, maintain flight level 100. Descend and maintain flight level 100.
Shannon is fairly busy this afternoon.
Shamrock 26 Mike, 290 knots, 290. Descend, maintain flight level 150, speed 290, Shamrock 26 Mike.
We're gonna change the descent speed, 300 knots. Forecast is on there, and transition is 55060.
Information is Tango QNH 1014.
Let's take a last update on the weather.
87.532, descent altitude 3000 QNH 1014.
340 at 8, so it's gonna be a crosswind more or less, 19 degrees, just a few scattered clouds around, 1016 still, so it's a nice day.
Shamrock 26 Mike, it'll be the Bagso 1 Lima standard arrival for runway 28 Tango with current QNH 1014. Tango and 1014, with the Bagso 1 Lima arrival for runway 28 Shamrock 26 Mike.
Almost there.
And all stations have frequency information. Uniform is now current QNH on change 1014, still landing runway 28. On Shannon Control on the Quebec Echo, currently at flight level 160, 42 miles.
Yeah, he's very busy in
heading 256.
Ireland. Good man.
Air 2 for Quebec Echo standby. Skyways, correction. Davy 7532, turn left heading 010 degrees, base leg.
So the controller has been very helpful. It's cleared us direct to waypoint Alpha, which is basically on the extended center line. Just show there. We're coming in this direction here from the west-northwest, and we're clear more or less direct to about 12-mile final runway 06 in Shannon. Directly for the LS, which is really helpful.
Ryanair 24 Quebec Echo, descent to cross bags on flight level 100. Descent to cross bags on flight level 100, Ryanair 24 Quebec Echo. Shamrock 27 Romeo, descent flight level 80, speed now please, not above 230 knots.
Yeah, the controller in Shannon is very good. He's been around for a long time. Oh, Scottish is on as well.
Shamrock 753T, turn left, heading at 310 degrees.
He's
Hold the
also a
heading
long
cleared,
timer.
ILS approach runway 28, report localizer established.
Really nice to see all these guys still on. They've been around for a long time.
Shamrock 26, right, descend flight level 100,
Wow,
speed at
almost
250
there. Almost there.
Descend at flight level 100, speed is 250 knots, Shamrock 20.